the part of the evening where we have a special guest. And this lovely, very funny lady actually has written for our medley portion of the show, the news report, and she's awesome. Please help me welcome Laura Mannino.
Hey guys! How are you? Good? Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you, Top Story, for having me. So I don't think you get to tell people that you're 25 years old if you have an AOL email on your business card. I don't think you get to do that. And if you have a Prodigy email, I don't think you get to tell people you're alive. Not sure. I think those are the rules. In my 20s, I used to think, oh God, if I have a kid now, I won't be able to do anything. And then I hit 30, and I thought, oh God, if I have a kid now, I will have at least done something. Because I'm not doing anything. At my age, my parents had 2 kids, 2 cars, and a house. And I am one iPhone dropped in the toilet away from owning nothing of value whatsoever. I do think the first rung on the ladder of accepting your own mortality is realizing that you are no longer young enough or cute enough to get away with being so disgusting. And I think we all have our own personal disgusting that we're working through at the moment. Maybe it's now time to always leave the house wearing a bra. Fine, you don't have boobs, but you have nipples, and we can see them at this murder trial you're testifying at. Maybe it's now time to accept that Febreze is not the same as laundry. And Axe is not the same as Febreze, you know? Maybe it's now time to only sleep with people who actually own a bed. You know, just pull it together. My way of pulling together is I am trying to manage my drinking more. And I always like when I am drinking to keep those little quick sayings inside my head. I'm sure we all know them. Beer before liquor, never sicker. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. I'm sure you know those. Oh, and this other one I'm sure you must know. Liquor before food, you're in the mood to punch the girl next to you who keeps talking about her vajazz, like storm out of the bar screaming, born to run at the top of your lungs, and just running and running and running until you hit the horizon or break a flip-flop. You know, those quick sayings that we all know. That's what I'm trying to think about. I'm a terrible sleeper. Very bad at sleeping. Not a resume builder for me. And somebody told me that I should talk about all the things that keep me up at night. So I just would like to quickly share them with you right now, because I feel so safe with you. Here's the things that keep me up at night. Death, and I have a gift certificate to a total relaxation spa package that expires tomorrow. I don't think we're gonna make it in time. So that's what keeps me up at night. I'm pretty certain that when I do go to the spa, whoever is working on me must be thinking, oh, how nice the Siberian labor camp let this girl out for a day of beauty. Here's my biggest fear. My biggest fear ever. It's not dying alone. I will gladly die alone and naked and dirty in a gutter. Not a problem. Here's my biggest fear, you guys. My biggest fear is not dying alone and not dying surrounded by my loved ones and family, but dying surrounded by the self-absorbed, energy-sucking narcissists that have just latched onto me throughout my life. Because even though I don't like them, I really need them to like me. So I was too afraid to say, no, I am not driving you to court, / your abortion, / your estranged father's house again. It's my birthday. Again. So that is my biggest fear, dying surrounded by Carol. That is what does me in. Have we become so charisma-free and emotionally vacant as a society, that the only ways we can get together and hang out in a room is to have a theme party. I have not been invited to a regular party in years. I only find myself talking to my fellow man about whatever garbage we bought at Goodwill to fulfill whatever costume requirement matched this theme that was mandated onto us. Come to my Mad Men party. Come to my fancy cocktail party and wear your fancy best. But I'm not going to bother to put the chips in the bowl or clean the bathroom. Come to my wear your Princess Diana wedding dress to my 4th of July barbecue. Come to my ugly sweater holiday party, which anywhere else in the world would be, hey, come to my holiday party and wear your sweater. Stu, who has a great recipe for 7-layer dip and watches the Hallmark Channel without irony, come to my holiday party and wear your sweater that makes you happy. Speaking of theme parties, white people. Here's the thing. White people should not be told to follow their dreams. I don't think we do well with that information. I don't know if we make the right choices. Because immigrants and people who face racism and prejudice, when they're told to follow their dreams, we have tech startups and advancements in science, and someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Jackie Robinson, and we make a lot of improv teams. Right? And a lot of kickball leagues and blogs about sriracha. You know, I just don't know if we do the right thing with that information. A friend, actually, a white friend of mine, told his black friend, hey dude, I loved you in Locked Up, making fun of him because he's very large and very black. And I thought, you know what, if this guy looks like he could be in Locked Up, I certainly look like the dumb white bitch in every episode of Locked Up Abroad. So I don't know, I was just in Colombia to start my kibbutz, and my new boyfriend, Pablo Escobar, told me to hold this brick. I don't know, but that's cool. I'm totally starting a Harold team in my prison cell with Maria. Yeah, so that'll be good. I did a juice cleanse with my husband for 3 straight days of juice. 3 days, juice, husband in the same house. 3 days. Our goal was we wanted to look really skinny when our bodies were found after the murder-suicide. That was the goal. I am trying to be more honest with people, and it's hard because I find myself doing things like lying to the treadmill about my own weight. Because God forbid an inanimate object covered in other people's sweat and HPV would be disappointed in me. I'm working on it. Guys, my name is Laura Mannino. Thank you so much for coming out, and thank you, Top Story, for having me. Enjoy the rest of the show.